Norway, the land of breathtaking fjords, enchanting northern lights, and a lifestyle that's nothing short of magical. Today, we're diving deep into the heart of Scandinavia to explore the unique and captivating love life in Norway. From their awe-inspiring natural wonders to their intriguing cultural traditions, we'll uncover the secrets behind Norway's reputation as one of the world's most enchanting destinations for love and romance. So, fasten your seatbelts as we embark on a journey through the land of passion and picturesque landscapes. Before we delve into the captivating world of love and dating in Norway, let's take a moment to introduce you to this extraordinary country. Norway, or as they call it in Norwegian, Norge, is a Nordic wonderland nestled in northern Europe. It's a land of stunning landscapes, picturesque fjords, and vibrant cities. First things first, let's get our bearings. Norway occupies the western and northernmost part of the Scandinavian peninsula. It also boasts the Arctic paradise of Jan Mayen and the remote Svalbard archipelago. And if that's not enough, Norway lays claim to Bouvet Island, nestled in the subantarctic, as well as the Antarctic territories of Peter I Island and Queen Maud Land. Talk about a global presence. The vibrant heart of Norway, both geographically and culturally, is its capital and largest city, Oslo. This bustling metropolis is where ancient traditions meet modern innovation. With its impressive museums, eclectic cuisine, and a thriving art scene, Oslo is a must-visit for any traveler. Norway has a land area of approximately 385,207 square kilometers, making it a pretty sizable chunk of Europe. And as of January 2023, the population stood at 5,488,984. That's a lot of friendly Norwegians. Norway's borders are as diverse as its landscapes. It shares its longest border with its neighbor Sweden, forming a strong bond in the north. To the northeast, it's all about Finland and Russia. And to the south, the Skagerrak Strait separates Norway from the rest of continental Europe. But what truly sets Norway apart is its extensive coastline, which stretches along the North Atlantic Ocean and the Barents Sea. Royalty. Norway is home to King Harald V of the House of Glucksburg. The monarchy plays a significant role in the nation's identity and culture. On the political front, Prime Minister Jonas Gahr Støre has been steering the ship since 2021. Norway's history is nothing short of fascinating. The Kingdom of Norway traces its roots back to 872, when it was formed by merging various petty kingdoms. It has a remarkable record of continuous existence for a hopping 1,150 to 1,151 years. During different periods, Norway was part of Denmark-Norway and later had a personal union with Sweden. It also remained neutral during the First World War, but faced occupation during the Second World War by Nazi Germany. Norway is a unitary state with a constitutional monarchy, distributing state power among the parliament, cabinet, and Supreme Court, as laid out in the 1814 Constitution. The nation is further divided into counties and municipalities, ensuring efficient governance. Norway also respects the rights of its indigenous people, the Sami. They have a certain degree of self-determination and influence over their traditional territories through the Semi-Parliament and the Finnmark Act. Norway is a global player in international affairs, maintaining strong ties with the European Union, the United States, and numerous international organizations. It's a founding member of the United Nations, NATO, the European Free Trade Association, and many more. Language-wise, Norwegian shares mutual intelligibility with Danish and Swedish, making communication a breeze in the Nordic region. And when it comes to culture, Norway proudly upholds egalitarian ideals and a strong sense of community. But what really sets Norway apart is its economic prowess. The nation is rich in natural resources, including petroleum, natural gas, minerals, lumber, seafood, and fresh water. The petroleum industry alone accounts for a substantial chunk of the country's GDP. In fact, Norway is the world's largest producer of oil and natural gas outside the Middle East on a per capita basis. Norway also stands tall in wealth and welfare. It boasts the fourth highest per capita income globally, according to the World Bank and IMF. And let's not forget, it houses the world's largest sovereign wealth fund, valued at a staggering $1.3 trillion. Number 1. Dating culture in Norway. When it comes to dating culture in Norway, it's surprisingly similar to what you might find in other Western countries. People typically start their dating adventures in their teens or early 20s. It's all about that youthful energy, right? It's quite common for couples in Norway to date for a few years before they decide to tie the knot. Talk about taking your time, right? It gives them a chance to really get to know each other. In recent years, there's been a dramatic shift towards online dating, especially among the younger crowd. It's like a dating revolution. Online dating in Norway has become increasingly popular, allowing people to connect without the traditional face-to-face approach. Swipe right for convenience. Gender roles in Norwegian dating culture. Norwegian women are fiercely independent and opinionated. They know what they want and aren't afraid to go for it. On the other hand, Norwegian men are generally more easygoing. It's all about that balance, folks. Norwegians are some of the most outgoing and friendly people on this planet. Seriously, they could strike up a conversation with a lamppost if it could talk. So, if you're a bit on the shy side, don't worry, you'll fit right in. Wondering where to find these lively singles? Well, you're in luck. The most popular ways to meet Norwegian singles include hitting up bars or clubs, attending fun social events, or just striking up casual conversations with people in your everyday life. It's as simple as saying, hey. That's hello in Norwegian. Oh, and did I mention the eye candy? Norwegian men and women are renowned for their good looks. Seriously, it's like they've been sprinkled with some kind of magical Nordic beauty dust. So be prepared to have your pick of the litter when it comes to potential partners. Number 2. Sex before dinner and a movie. For as long as dating culture has existed, there's been an expectation to wine and dine your partner. But not in Norway. Here, things take a bit of a different turn. You'll most likely meet someone in a bar or via Tinder. And then, well, let's just say you might move quickly to the sex part. According to locals, if you wake up the next morning and your newfound friend is still next to you, that's when you invite them for a date. It's almost like the morning after test. Only then can you say hedge. If you meet in the hallway, then you invite them for a second date, and only after that do dinners come into play. Dinners in Norway are not a way of getting to know people. They are the result of an established relationship. While this might sound like a bit of a caricature, it's not far from the truth. Many Norwegians don't wait longer than a few casual dates to get intimate. For instance, Robin Westberg, a trainee nurse from Oslo, shares his experience. He says that he meets most guys on dating apps, and it's quite normal to have a drink on the first date, very low-key. But here's the twist. It's quite normal to sleep together on the second or third date. Then, and only then, you could go and have dinner or engage in an activity together. Lynn Kristen Sand, a higher executive officer, echoes this experience. For her and her friends, a typical series of dates will often begin with beers, and you guessed it, sex, before moving on to the more serious business of watching a movie together. According to Lynn, it's often someone asking you out for a beer, and then you hang out for a bit to see if this is worth pursuing. And if it is, you go for more beers, and you might sleep together in this period of just testing the waters. Then you eventually start doing more serious things like watching a movie at your place. Now you might be wondering, what about dinner? Well, in Norway, it would be considered a bit much to ask someone for dinner on the first date. Lynn adds, I think most young people in Norway would prefer to be asked for a drink or a coffee, so that you have an easy out if the date isn't going that well. Part of the reason behind this is Norway's lack of eating out culture. Going to a restaurant together becomes really formal really fast. Number 3. Sex isn't a big deal, but intimacy is. Norway, a country where the dating scene seems to skip the whole wine and dine stage and jumps right into the deep end, sometimes even on the very first date. As our friend Lynn puts it, the dating starts out as sleeping together, or because you decide to sleep together after just a couple of casual dates. Intriguing, right? While Norwegians may dive headfirst into intimacy, they also happen to be masters of keeping things casual, yet often exclusive. According to Lynn again, they enjoy a leisurely dating experience, where you hang out for months before labeling it a full-blown relationship. It's like they've discovered the secret recipe for balancing freedom and commitment. Norwegians are known for their reserve, and emotional intimacy isn't something they give away lightly. But don't mistake their reserve for being evasive. In fact, they value directness and honesty, which, in the realm of dating, can be a game changer. You see, in Norway, they'd figured that getting sex out of the way early on actually fosters honesty and emotional connection. It's not about making a big deal out of it. Instead, it's seen as an additional way to get to know your potential partner better. Number 4. Casual dating equals the path to equality. This beautiful country has a unique approach to dating that challenges these common beliefs. In Norway, they've removed sex as the endgame of a new relationship, creating a more honest and equal playing field. And guess what, ladies? This shift in mindset is especially empowering for women. In many cultures, women have been handed a passive role in the dating process, but not in Norway. There's no grand effort to woo women on a first date there because, as Julian puts it, she should feel equal to you. By removing the stigma around having sex early on, women in Norway can freely decide their own sexuality and sexual needs. No more feeling like a pawn in the dating game. They get to assert their own sexual agency. But this emphasis on equality doesn't stop at dating. Nope, it's woven into the fabric of all relationships in Norway. In fact, Michael recalls learning about casual dating in one of his university seminars. Yes, an important lesson indeed, highlighting the country's commitment to helping people integrate. So, why is Norway's casual dating culture so groundbreaking? Well, it's about being sensible and progressive. This approach reduces the pressure and allows for more open-mindedness when it comes to relationships. It's a concept that could benefit many other countries out there. So, there you have it, folks. Norway, leading the way in redefining dating and relationships, showing us that equality should be at the core of every connection we make. It's a lesson we can all take to heart. If you found this video as fascinating as I did, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe for more eye-opening content, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep embracing equality in all aspects of life. Thanks for joining me today.